the last couple games? Man, you've been booming it, flipping field position. I mean, just a breakthrough, or just seeing it, feeling it good? How'd you explain it?
I mean, yeah, I guess I could say I'm feeling good. You know, just trying to keep everything the same as it was at the beginning of the season.
The Auburn game in particular, you came out and I mean, do punters feel the moment too? I mean, we hear quarterbacks getting in a zone or running backs feeling it. As a punter, do you kind of have that zone feeling as well? Did you know it was going to be that kind of day?
I mean, you know, I go into every game just thinking, you're probably going to have to punt sometime in the game. No matter what happens, this is what happens. You know, just trying to focus on what you can. So if you're going to end up punting, just try the best job you can.
Jake, can you tell us how important it is to have a guy like Steven Nixon snapping the ball to you? I mean, if you look down the field, look at the footage, he's the first one down the field pretty much on every punt.
Yeah, Steven's awesome. I mean, it's definitely important, and it's been awesome having Steven. He's done an unbelievable job this year, so I'm very thankful to have him.
So in terms of your battle with confidence, I guess, like how did you manage that after the Notre Dame game? What was kind of the key to having your confidence built back up?
I mean, my confidence never really I never really thought my confidence went down. I probably had a couple bad punts in the Notre Dame game, but I also had a couple good balls in the Notre Dame game. So, the one thing that I've really just tried to do is just stay positive all year, no matter what happens. So I think confidence level has been good.
Did you talk to some sports psychologists or some people that can help out with like positive vibes and that kind of stuff?
Nah, not too much.
But you, I still think of you a lot of times as a place kicker, and obviously Rod's going out this year.
Yes, sir.
Do you work on place kicking at all during practice during the year, and is that still something that you would like to do here at Georgia or elsewhere?
I mean, I do kick a little bit. I'm not really focused on that so much right now. We'll let that whatever happen in the future. I'm just really focused on punting. So.
We'll go back to something Camp Sunshine. You went up for a dunk and your teammates all said no way, and you dunked the ball. What other sports did you play? And talk a little bit about the athleticism you got outside being a punter.
I played baseball in high school, baseball and football. I could not play basketball in my high school. I have a very, very, very talented basketball team. I brag about them all the time. People probably get annoyed by it, and I love all those guys. So, I don't know. I like to think I'm athletic sometimes. So, I like to fit in a little bit there. So I try to get up every now and then.
Is that like Ray Sean? Did he go there?
Yeah, Ray Sean did go there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they just recently got a signing from there too, right?
Yes. I'm drawing a blank on his name. I haven't met a lot of the.
Taylor?
Yeah, Taylor. I haven't met all these guys yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
But did you try out for the Norcross team and just didn't make it?
No. No, I knew going in there was slim to none chance I was going to make that.
What do you attribute to like the second half of the season? You've really been like consistent, and your numbers have gone up a lot. Is there anything particular you can pinpoint about why you've probably stepped up your game as a punter?
I'm not sure if there is. I mean, just having really good snaps from Steven's been really good, and having a really good team and awesome guys around me. It's been awesome.
How tough are those? Sometimes people say, "Oh, it's a shank." It looks like you're doing an angle kick. How tough is that kick, the unreturnable punt where you're trying to kick it out of bounds at an angle, and what does that involve?
I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into every punt, every situation. So I mean, it may be a little more difficult than it looks, but I'm just trying to do my job out there. So whatever I got to do.
So, do you feel partly responsible for Rod's breaking the record, and I guess it's hell for him right 2 years?
Well, no, Rod's a fantastic kicker. I get the privilege to hold for him, and I try to take a lot of pride in that. I like to do the best I can for him, and whatever he wants a little bit of lean here, lean there. I try to do whatever I can to help him. So I mean, it's an honor for me to be able to hold for him.
And there's some like Holder of the Year award or something.
Yeah, something like that.
There is one?
There's one, but not super fun.
You can probably attest better than anybody. The 49-yarder, I mean, all those kicks, the field conditions, the rain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you, as a kicker, just speak about the conditions and being able to come through as you guys did in those situations this past Saturday?
Yeah, well, I mean, interestingly enough, it wasn't really raining as much at that moment, and we walk onto the field, and it's like the sky opened up, and it just started pouring, and the wind started blowing, and we were like, oh. it's just like the movies right here. And I mean, it's tough to kick in conditions like that, but overcoming it is one thing that we really tried to do as much as we could this year to be as solid as we can. So I think we've done a pretty good job so far, and for Rod, that's awesome right there. That kick to make right there, that was really good.
What was the open week like, the first one of the season? I guess, I don't know if there was more of a battle for the job again, or there always is every week, but, did you feel like, you needed to kind of show that you deserve to be the guy here? Or?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're competing every week. I mean, no matter what happens, if I have a great game, if I have a bad game, we're competing. And whoever really practices, that's usually what the guy is. And that's something that Coach Smart really preaches on, and he sticks with it. And so every week I'm going into the game thinking, I need to prove myself. So no matter what the game is, what the situation is, I'm just trying to prove myself. So.
Obviously, you have a powerful leg. What about putting the proper touch on it inside the 20? Is that something that's been kind of where does that fall in terms of your to-do list of keep honing that part? Oh,
it's right up there at the top, just with everything else that we do. I want to try to do whatever I can to be the best for the team, whether it's putting the ball inside the 10, inside the 20, wherever we need it. I mean, whatever I can do, I try to put that at the top of my list.
At what point do you grow comfortable? I mean, I got to think there's an adrenaline surge. I mean, punters, kickers, soccer goalies. I mean, you're the only guy on the field everybody's watching. I got to think that there's inherent pressure. It goes way back for you. When did you really grow comfortable with that and embrace that notion? Because obviously you wouldn't be a punter if you didn't enjoy that moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could tell you a specific time when I really just grew to just want that moment. But I've always loved it. I've always loved good situations with really good games and stuff like that. Whether it was playing baseball or playing football, I've always loved it. So.
What position did you play in baseball?
Center field.
I'm not the start of the playoffs my junior year. I appreciate it.
How about this Tech Georgia game? Obviously you guys got bigger fish to fry kind of on the other side of it, but I'm sure there's a lot of talk about focusing on this week's opponent. We hear about that a lot from Kirby. Then what's the thoughts heading into Tech?
Oh yes, sir. I mean, Tech's a big game, just like every other game of the season. We're going to treat Tech just like we're going to treat Texas A&M, just like we're going to treat any other team. It's pretty much, we go in every week thinking this is the team we got to beat, and it's one game at a time. So we're focusing on them right now.
So in terms of the rivalry, do you remember watching any Georgia Tech games as a kid, I guess, and that you think back on? Or not?
Gosh, I honestly couldn't even tell you, because a lot of times when I was a kid, I was watching baseball.
Okay.
Do you have a number you're shooting for in terms of your average per punt?
No, not really. I mean, average can be so different and stuff, and it's not something I really try to focus on. I really just want to do whatever I can for the team.
I know Nakobe made a nice play to keep that ball from going. Was there times when you would punt and then take a bounce and hop in and you felt, man, I'm just getting some bad luck right now?
Every now and then, sometimes, yeah. If it doesn't go your way, especially on some of those punts, you're like, God, I mean, dang, man, wish that ball would have bounced back. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that at that point. You just got to kind of move on. But, Nakobe made an awesome play, unbelievable play, really helped out our team.
How do your GPS numbers look? You were baseball center field. You got to have some speed. You ever check out your numbers on that? Or did they do a GPS number on you?
No, I'm not. I'm not one for the GPS. So I've always liked to see what it would be, though. I've always been curious. Speed? I like to think I do, but, I've been told no.
They time your rotation with the punt, though, right?
What do you mean by that?
From catching to...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any favorite punters? When did you start punting? How does that, for someone that's an athlete like you, when do you start becoming a punter? I'm sure you probably played other positions at different times.
Yeah. I played other positions when I was younger. I played quarterback, probably threw about 5 interceptions a game, so there's almost no hope there. But my uncle was a kicker, and so was my cousin, and I thought they were like the coolest things ever. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll try it, and ended up working out a little bit better for me.
What grade was that in?
Probably 8th grade was probably when I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it out, and then I really probably started devoting my time to it more. Probably the end of my freshman year. I still tried to play other positions. So my cousin kicked in high school at Collinsville High School, and my uncle kicked at Furman, All-American kicker at Furman.
What was his name?
Tim Tangway.
Tim Tangway?
Mm-hmm.
And what was your cousin's name?
Craig Tangway.
2 more questions.
So if you threw 5 interceptions a game, or you had to throw teams off that might think y'all might fake the punt, and you're not going to pass? Or?
No, I mean, I'm just, they told me, hey, throw it to this guy. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. Sure, 5 picks. I mean, I got the tape to prove it. Trust me, it's bad. Bad tape.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you guys.